Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna take a look at my favorite RGB tube light, the PavoTube 30C from Nanlite. They're right here in the corner. Let's get into it. So a little backstory, I was working with the Astera tubes, which are like the music video industry standard tube lights. They're amazing, their build quality is really nice, the color accuracy, but the thing is they're so expensive and I was looking for an alternative to buy, and I came across this Nanlite PavoTube and they're amazing. They're a fraction of the price and they can do almost anything that the Asteras can do. First of all, I gotta say I'm not sponsored by Nanlite, so this is not in any form biased. This is my own opinion and I bought the lights with my own money. This is also gonna be a review which will not focus on the technical details. I'm a practical filmmaker, so I'm focusing on the practical aspect of those lights. What I can say though is the color accuracy is really good and you can use them for commercial projects, no problem. So I really like using tube lights when I shoot music videos or when I shoot my product videos, especially when you shoot bottles and you get these really nice stripe reflections in the bottles, which I really like. And they're really good for a couple of things, but the biggest benefit of those tube lights are they're RGB and they are battery powered, which is like so amazing because I can just like hang them up anywhere and don't have to worry about the cables or anything. So let's take a little closer look at them. The PavoTube's 30C runs about 2 hours on battery at 100%, which is not a lot, but they recharge pretty quickly. So when I'm in the studio, I think it's no problem because I can just hook them up to the power. But if I'm out in the field and I'm shooting music videos, I would like to have a little bit more time than 2 hours. And in the studio, I just like them because you don't have to rig them up and you can just like move them easily around because you don't have to deal with the cables and anything. So you can also charge and run them at the same time. So if you run out of battery, you can just hook them up to the power and you're good to go again. That's what I liked about the Asteras, that they come in a case and you just like charge them all together. But I mean, they're way cheaper than the Astera, so I feel like that's a sacrifice I could take. So there's a bunch of different options how you can mount these lights. My favorite way right now is they give you this little wire and you can just run them through the light. So I just hook them up here and then I just hang them. And there's another one on the other side here. So you can hang them too, and then you can hang them like this, which is actually pretty cool. I'm actually hanging them right now from where I hang my curtain, and when I shoot product videos, it's a really great way to mount the light, and it just doesn't need a lot of space, which is another good thing about the light. And they're pretty lightweight, so you can rig them to almost anything when you shoot in a tiny environment. Another way to hook the lights are these little clamps here, and they just fit perfectly around the light. And there's some screws on the back where you can mount them to any C-stand or to a normal stand or to some other clamps. They also came in this nice little case which fits up to 3 tubes, I think. And they also have padding, so your tubes are protected. So those PavoTubes come in 2 different options. I got the 30C one, which is like the 4-foot one, and there's also a smaller one which is like 2 foot, which is called the 15C. They both are great, but I like the bigger output, and I'm actually using one right now as a key light. So you can't only use them for music videos or product videos, you can also light a subject with it, and I'm just diffusing it with a normal reflector here, and it just looks great. If you have multiple tubes, you also can sync them up, and this is especially helpful for if you shoot music videos and you want to create some cool effects where the tubes communicate with each other. So I haven't tested it, but I heard that it's pretty good and the app is working really well. Let's actually grab the tube and have a closer look at it. So there's a bunch of different modes on this light. There's the normal CCT mode where you have a color, temperature, from 2700 Kelvin up to about 6500 Kelvin. And they're fully dimmable, and they're like, you can put them in 1% increments, and they're actually going down until 1%, which is pretty cool. And they're pretty bright, as you can see here. So for the navigation of the lights, how you change the modes is there's actually little buttons you can press. So there's the RGB button and there's the special effects button. You just press the button and then you're in that menu. And if you want to change the parameters of the different modes, for example, you want to dim the lights, there's some dials on the side of the light. And they're pretty responsive, but the only thing I don't like is when I'm in the effects mode, the one dial where you switch the settings, it's not really responsive, and sometimes it goes really fast. So that could be a little bit more fine-tuned, but it's just a minor thing, and overall I'm pretty happy with the menu system of the lights. So the second mode you can go to is the HSI mode. So you have a 360-degree color spectrum, and you can basically go to any color you want: green, blue, red, whatever you like. You can also control the saturation. Right now I'm at 17%. I can crank it up a little bit. So yeah, can change the saturation too, and obviously you can dim them as well here. Then there's the RGB mode where you can just experiment with a little color a bit. So it just changes the colors, and you can change the cycles if it goes faster or slower, or there's different modes here. It's really cool for music videos if you want to create some cool effects here. And then there's the special effects mode where you can just like do all these cool effects here. There's like cop lights if you want to shoot some short films. Then there's the candle mode if you want to mimic a fire or a candle, like a candlelight dinner scene. Oh, there's some crazy stuff if you want to go to like shoot like a disco scene or a club scene where you want to, or like you can mimic lightning. And yeah, you can basically do anything with these lights, and that's why I love them. And what's also really handy is that the menu settings are actually printed on the light. So if you want to look something up, it's right there. I mean, the build quality, they seem pretty solid. I mean, there's like these extra tube within the tube. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to test them out more, and for sure using them on some product videos and some music videos soon. And yeah, they're just awesome. I like them. So when it comes to the pricing of those lights, the 30C version here cost me like 330 euros, which is a fraction of the price that the Astera tubes cost. And I mean, they can do basically anything that the Asteras can. So I'm really happy with these lights, and I am for sure gonna buy more. There's also the smaller version, so maybe I'm getting some smaller ones. And I'm gonna place a link down below and you can get them there. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I'm putting out more content every week now. So consider subscribing and let me know in the comments what you want to see next, a review or tutorial. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I see you guys in the next one.